Hello everyone, you're watching SQL for data analysts and data scientists, and current topic for this lecture is how to use len, char index, left, right, substring functions within SQL statements. And this is lecture number 19 given by myself, Shanaz Malik, in this series. So let's quickly move on and let's open our Microsoft SQL server management studio and take it everything from there, as I have already discussed everything regarding all these functions. I think in the previous, if you don't know about len, char index, or any of this left right stuff, just go watch my previous lectures and come back, because then this task will be really easy for all of you guys. So in this task, what I'm just trying to do, if you see select email address, that's what I have done. I'm not going to repeat how and why we do all this. This is now simple. If you have watched my lectures from 001, from first lecture until now length of email, okay, length of email. So that's what I need, length of email. So that's what I am giving email to the len function, and I am aliasing as length of email, the email address. So that's what it is, length of email, alias it as length of email address. Then we need position of this, we need this, we need position of at the rate, and we will alias it as this, okay. And that's what it is. If you see, I need position of this, and inside this, inside email address, okay, I need position of at the rate inside email address, and that's why I'm giving it to char index. So char index, I give that I need position of this from this, and give me it as position of at the rate, okay. This is alias. And then it's a left function, okay. I'm again giving the string email address, okay. And then I will basically use this, will give me the number, okay. This is just giving me the number, position of this. And then I will use that, okay. If you see, I do the same thing. Unless I use this stuff again here, right? See, this and this is same, and this basically gives you the number, returns integer, where this is located inside this, okay. So once I locate this, then I subtract 1 from it, okay. Whatever is the position, I subtract 1, and I will let you know why I do so. And I say that is my username. And then I take from right, okay, right function, I supply the string as a email address, okay. Then I say, okay, I need right of this, just check what is the length of this whole email address, whatever is that length, okay. Then minus again this, and whatever is length, subtract this, where this thing, okay, subtract that number, that integer that this is returns, and then take the right. So then, and that will be my domain address, okay. And all this I'm taking it from person dot email address. It is so simple, okay. All you need to know, if you don't understand len function, go back into my lecture and find the lecture where I have explained len, and where I have explained char index and left and right. So basically you have to watch my 4 previous lectures. At some point I have defined this, and it's lately, it's only if you go backwards, and you will find I think the last which I have defined is substring, and before that there will be maybe char index and len and left and right. So what this will give us, let's see, execute. This is now result. Now let's see what is this result, okay. We need to understand it from query point of view, the SQL query that we have supplied. So we are selecting simple email address, and that's email address, okay. So this is our email address column. Then we need to know length of email address. So length of this email address is 22, this is 22, and this is 26, and this will differ if the domain remains same, but still it might differ because of the username. Somebody has a1, username, somebody has A0 and somebody has iron 0 and iron 1, and so on. If you see 10, 11 and blah blah blah, so these things, the length will change. Okay, so that's one thing, but still you understood that if you need to know how long is this complete email address, okay, you can just find the length of the email address and you will understand how long it is. Now after that, what I'm doing with this, I need to know position of at with its relative email address. So here, if you see 1, 2 and third is at the rate. Okay, so A is first, 0 is second, at the rate is third. So that's what I'm saying. Position of at the rate is third in this email address, and same is true for this. If you see, their length is same, but once the length changes, okay, so changes the position of at the rate, and here is the position 7th. And if you see Y, A R 3, O is 4th, N is 5th, O is 6th, and then at the rate is 7th. So that's what it is. And here you see it's 8th, because now you have one more character in increase in it. And so total increases, and so it depends upon the username, how long that username is, and that's what is the position. So you understand it. So basically this is what it is giving me. This one is giving me this one. Okay, top one, this one is giving me this column, and this one, the email address, is giving me this. Okay, so now let's talk about this left. Let's talk about this username. See now how I have extracted the username. So what I'm just saying, I'm putting in play my left function and giving it a string as email address. Okay, so I give to left function this email address column, and then I'm saying I'm giving start at I'm from left I need, so I'm whatever is this, whatever gives this, okay, whatever gives this, and I'm taking 1 from there, because I don't need this at the rate. This at the rate, before at the rate, I need everything. So that's what is my username. Do you understand? Because if I supply this, which is again same here, this, right? If I supply this, I'm taking with at the rate, right? I'm taking with at the rate, because I'm counting 1, 2, 3, right? This 3, but I don't need at the rate, I need before it. That's why I'm subtracting 1, because it takes it 1 back. So I get this from here, I get this, and from here I get all this, because I'm taking 1 step back. That's going to be my username, and that's what I get. See, no matter how long your email address is, I will always find your username, because I have that I have a character at the rate which is not repeated here. Okay, and which basically, I mean to say, I have at the rate which actually separates username from domain address. Okay, so that's why this works for me. This creates a magic for me. Now you understand. I have used left, char index, and you can use many other techniques to actually get you can this SQL query could be written in a bit different way, and you could still get the the result. But the point is not that to show you different ways to get it. The point is to understand how you can use simple functions together and extract some meaningful business information, which later could be used, as in previous lectures I said. For example, I will talk give me a second and I will talk about that. I don't want to divert the attention. Let's first talk about this right. The way I have done with left function, same is right function. Basically all I given same stuff, but this time I'm saying check everything, check the length of whole of this string, whatever that length, subtract this whatever this gives you, whatever char index with the parameter of @ and email address gives you, subtract that from this length, okay, and give and then pass it to write function, okay, and give us the domain address. So this domain address, okay. Now what's happening? So basically, you see the domain address, I get exactly my domain address all the time, okay. No matter, it doesn't matter is it adventureworks.com, okay, it doesn't matter if it was gmail.com, hotmail.co.uk, whether it was outlook.com, whether it was whatever your company.com, whatever it would have been in, whatever it would have been within the email address, I would have extracted that. Now the point is, you might ask me a question, why we do all these things, okay. Now let's suppose that we have a business task uh, to understand where to get usernames and see those usernames where in which domain they have account, okay. And maybe for example, you need to maybe if you think that somebody is on Gmail account, okay, and so maybe you need to extract those ones only for Gmail. So then basically, if we have now domain address, now we can also find out, for example, we can take this new com also out and create another column, or from here we can group them in different domains. For example, we can group Google in separate group, Yahoo in different group, and Hotmail in different group, Outlook in different group, or your different companies. Maybe somebody is, I don't want to name any company, some companies from XYZ, from other is ABC, other is DEF, for example. I'm just giving some just simple sample examples, and then maybe you have to group them. Once you group them, and we will write those queries, and we will start grouping our observations or our records, and whatever we need to group will come into when we start grouping, use group by clause in our select statements. So, and once you group, and then you might have to target them with some marketing campaign, and see see how the results goes on, and that starts now you are starting writing queries that generates the information, and which could be further enhanced and further filtered and grouped, and then targeted in the best way, so that you get best results for the business, for the business you are working, okay. And this is the power of SQL query, okay. I hope that all this makes sense, okay. So all this makes sense, that you are selecting, I explained each and every line, and then I'm extracting, all is extracted from person.email address, and that I have always been saying. And if you see that I have used Adventure Work 2012, if you don't have this database, get it downloaded from here, and this will be a back file. And once you have this back file downloaded, then all you need to restore it. And if you go into my previous lectures somewhere, you must have I must have explained somewhere it. But if you still face some problems, do comment, and I'm happy to explain it once more for an individual who is facing any kind of problem. So guys, if you understood all this by now, then the time has reached to say, then the time is then if you liked it, please subscribe, connect to my account if you haven't until now, and please hit the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as I upload new videos. And I also hope to see all of you in next video. Until then, I have to say thank you all for watching Data Analytics Professional, and remember to like, share, and press the bell icon if you haven't done until now. And do comment about this video if you like it, and why you like it, and if you would like me to improve it somehow, just let me know. I'm always open for constructive feedback, and always I do my best to produce better and better results, so that you guys are satisfied, because at the end of the day it's all for you. With that all to say, it's time to say goodbye.